Incheon International Airport once again became the stage for a historic moment as all 7 members of BTS finally returned to South Korea. RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, Taehyung, and Jungkook were photographed upon arrival after completing an overseas filming schedule in Portugal for their highly anticipated upcoming album, ARIRANG. From the early hours of the day, the atmosphere at the airport already felt different. Cameras were set up, reporters lined the arrival hall, and fans waited quietly, holding their breath for a moment that always captures global attention whenever BTS appears in public. The 7 members walked together, showcasing their individual styles while maintaining an unmistakable sense of unity. Every step reflected long journeys, intense schedules, and a creative process that has yet to be fully revealed to the world. However, among the 7 global superstars, one name once again dominated online discussions and fan conversations: Jungkook. From the moment Jungkook appeared in the arrival hall, attention naturally gravitated toward him. His calm presence and deeply expressive eyes left many fans momentarily speechless, before social media was quickly flooded with reactions. Jungkook's eyes look different today, one fan wrote. Others commented that his gaze at Incheon Airport felt more mature, deeper, and filled with unspoken stories. Jungkook arrived in a simple outfit, without any visible effort to stand out. Yet that simplicity became his strongest charm. His neatly styled, natural hair, composed expression, and confident steps reflected someone entering a new phase of his journey. Many ARMYs noticed that Jungkook's eyes seemed to carry 2 emotions at once: exhaustion and happiness. Exhaustion from the long filming schedule in Portugal, and happiness from finally returning home after completing a major creative chapter for ARIRANG. The album itself has already become a subject of intense curiosity. The title ARIRANG carries deep cultural meaning and a strong sense of Korean identity. Knowing that Jungkook is deeply involved in this project has only heightened anticipation among fans worldwide. As he passed the crowd, Jungkook bowed his head slightly, a polite gesture that always makes fans feel acknowledged and respected. For a brief moment, his gaze met the camera, and that split second quickly went viral. Fans described his eyes that day as honest and unfiltered. Not the gaze of an idol performing for the cameras, but the look of an artist who had just completed an important chapter of his life. Some even compared Jungkook's current aura to his debut era. Back then, his eyes were known for innocence and curiosity. Now they reflect maturity, confidence, and quiet strength shaped by experience. There is speculation that filming in Portugal left a meaningful impression on Jungkook. A new environment, time away from home, and the weight of global expectations may have influenced his perspective as both an artist and an individual. Today, Jungkook is no longer seen only as BTS's main vocalist. To many, he represents growth, perseverance, and consistency in one of the most demanding industries in the world. Standing at Incheon Airport that day, Jungkook appeared as someone who fully understands who he is, what he carries, and where he is heading next. International media outlets also highlighted his presence, with some describing his gaze as hypnotic and emotionally charged, words rarely used to describe a simple airport appearance. Meanwhile, the other members stood beside him, offering quiet support through their presence. Yet once again, Jungkook managed to create a deeply personal moment amid the crowd. Without saying a single word, ARMYs around the world uploaded video clips, close-up photos, and detailed observations of his expressions. Even the smallest details, the direction of his gaze, the brief pauses, the subtle blinks, became topics of discussion. This moment reinforced one thing clearly: Jungkook is not only seen but deeply felt. His presence carries an emotional weight that resonates far beyond the airport walls. Many fans believe that Jungkook's aura at Incheon Airport signaled something ahead: a new era, not only for BTS, but for Jungkook as an individual artist. At ARIRANG is expected to present a different color compared to previous works. And judging by Jungkook's expression that day, many believe the album will be rich with emotion and meaning. Jungkook never tried to take the spotlight, yet the spotlight found him naturally. The silence in his expression spoke louder than words. As the members eventually left the airport, one thing remained behind: a feeling. A feeling that Jungkook has stepped into a deeper phase of his life, both as an artist and as a human being. For ARMY, this was more than just a return from an overseas schedule. It was a moment of reflection, witnessing Jungkook's growth over the years. Every glance, every step, And every subtle expression he showed at Incheon Airport felt like an emotional teaser for what is yet to come. It is no exaggeration when fans call it an airport moment that hits differently. Because it truly did. Jungkook did not simply return to Korea. He returned with stories, experiences, and a stronger presence than ever before. And when ARIRANG is finally released, many will look back at this moment at Incheon Airport as the quiet beginning of something special, a simple moment, yet filled with meaning. A brief gaze, yet one that left a lasting impression. With his calm presence and expressive eyes at Incheon Airport, Jungkook once again proved that sometimes, a single look is enough to make the world pause. What made this moment even more striking was the silence surrounding Jungkook. Unlike moments filled with waves or spoken greetings, his calm demeanor allowed fans to project their own emotions onto him. In that quiet exchange between artist and audience, something deeply personal was formed, without words, without performance. Several fans noted that Jungkook seemed more grounded than ever before. Not distant, not overwhelmed, but centered. It was the kind of presence that suggests inner clarity. Someone who has learned how to carry pressure without letting it consume him. This subtle shift did not go unnoticed. Longtime ARMYs pointed out how different this felt compared to past airport appearances. There was no rush, no visible tension. Instead, Jungkook moved with a steady rhythm, as if fully aware of each step he was taking. For many, this reflected the evolution of an artist who has grown up in front of the world. Jungkook debuted at a young age, carrying expectations that few could truly understand. Years later, moments like this serve as quiet reminders of how far he has come. The timing of this appearance also added to its significance. With BTS preparing for the release of ARIRANG, fans are especially attentive to every detail. Every look, every expression is interpreted as a possible hint, an emotional preview of the music that is yet to be heard. Observers believe that ARIRANG may reflect themes of identity, roots, and personal journey. And seeing Jungkook return home after completing overseas filming only strengthened that belief. His expression that day felt aligned with something deeper, something reflective. Rather than excitement alone, what fans sensed was emotional readiness. A feeling that Jungkook is prepared to share something meaningful, not just polished or spectacular, but honest. In an era where public appearances are often highly curated, this moment stood out for its simplicity. No dramatic gestures, no forced reactions. Just a quiet arrival that spoke volumes. This is perhaps why the moment resonated so strongly. Felt real. Felt human. For younger fans, it was inspiring. For longtime supporters, it was reassuring. Jungkook appeared not as someone chasing validation, but as someone confident in his path. As clips continued to circulate online, discussions shifted from appearance to emotion. Fans talked less about fashion and more about feeling, about how his presence made them pause, reflect, and even feel comforted. That emotional connection is something Jungkook has consistently built over the years. Not through loud statements but through sincerity, through effort, through growth that unfolds naturally.